How y'all doing? My name is Mike, and today, me and my buddy Vic will teach you aseptic handling.
Whoa. Aseptic. I thought you told me that we were going to talk about exploding volcanoes.
No, you wanted to explode volcanoes last time, and I told you no.
But
No. And if you still want to know about the volcanoes, the answer is no.
But I wasn't going to ask about volcanoes. I was going to say, what is aseptic scientific handholding?
Aseptic handling?
Yeah, that.
Aseptic handling is a way to minimize contamination in the lab. It's easy to be aseptic, and here's how.
So what's that? It looks like a finger painting I did in kindergarten.
If anything that you did in kindergarten looked like this, you wouldn't have passed pre-K. But this is an agar plate, and what I did was I used all my fingers and I touched each one to show that the contamination on the agar plate. Contamination can be from my fingers. This is a great example of why you should practice proper aseptic handling.
So, this is just for practice, right? I mean, what we do at home really doesn't matter inside the lab, right?
No, stupid. That's not right.
Okay. Whoa.
All right, Mike. Cut. Mike. No.
No what?
We don't use the word stupid.
What? Why not?
Because it's just unprofessional. And besides, he's not stupid. He just needs experience.
It's just a word.
No means no. Take two.
So this practice it's only for the lab. I mean, what we do at home really doesn't matter, right?
Actually, a good practice at home and a aseptic handling serves the same purpose. But some things are just done at home need to be modified in the lab. For example, at home you would pass the scissors like this. But in the lab, that's contaminating your experiment. So we pass the scissors like this to prevent any contamination. Vic, some tools used at home are very hard to be aseptic with. For example, this pen. When writing with this pen, you will write like this, but that is too close to the working end. To be aseptic, you will hold the pen like this, but that is very hard to do to prevent any contamination to your experiment or lab. That's why tools used for aseptic handling are meant to be held from the far working end.
So, what about this marker? Can I aseptically autograph your lab coat?
No, for two reasons. Because your autograph is worth nothing, and we don't autograph anyone's lab coat. You would think you would open this pen this way, but that's not aseptic. The proper way would be to loosen the cap, apply your pinky to the cap, remove it so your arms and fingers are free, and then apply the cap back once you're finished.
I like that. Snap, lift the cap, do it right. It's a snap, lift the cap, do it right. It's a snap.
If the cap was off, I wouldn't be passing my arm over the bottle like this to get to something else. If necessary, I'd move the bottle out of the way to avoid contaminating it.
So what if I get thirsty during an experiment? Can I have a sip of this water? You know, I'd hate to waste it.
No, if you're thirsty, you have to wait.
Understood.
When transferring liquids into real working tubes, you pick up the tube and loosen up all the caps. In this experiment, I would transfer liquids from a bottle to this tube.
Transferring. I know all about that. When my grades came back last semester, I transferred from the 12th all the way down to the 10th. Ooh.
Now why doesn't that surprise me? So to continue, Vic, this is a sterile pipette. Sterile pipettes are used for when transferring liquids. This is a bulb and this is the working end. You never open the pipette from the working end, always from the opposite end. I will open the pipette up from this end. Pull the pipette out a little bit and place it down until I need it.
Yeah, kind of like how I still need that drink of water.
I've got an idea. Why don't you go get a drink of water, pay my bills, walk my dog, pick my sister up from work, and fill my car with gas, okay?
You know, for some reason, I'm not so thirsty anymore. Let's continue.
Good idea. Let's continue. Now, I will transfer liquid from this bottle to this tube. As you can see, my caps are loosened. I will remove the pipette from the sterile paper, sticking my pipette in, pushing the bulb, and releasing it, sucking up the liquid. Place my cap back on, picking up the tube, taking the cap off with my pinky. Squeeze the bulb to release the solution. Put my cap back on, set my tube back down, and put my pipette back into the paper. Now I can tighten up my caps.
Wow, that's a lot of caps. You know, I remember when I had a bottle cap collection. I had all kinds. Until the day I super glued them to my dad's car. Up to the day, I still don't have a driver's license.
Vic, never mess with parents, super glue, or caps, especially in the lab. So next, if you would let me continue.
Go ahead.
I will measure out a particular volume using a serological pipette. I will open this serological pipette like I did the one earlier. These pipettes have a working end and an end that attaches to the pipette pump. You want to avoid touching the working end to prevent any contamination. One thing about these serological pipettes is that they are colored lines at the cotton plug where you want to hold it when loading it into the pipetting device, no matter what kind you use. So here, I have a pipetter and a serological pipette. With the both of them, I would transfer liquids from a bottle to tubes. But first, I have to insert the serological tube into the pipetter. The way you do this is the double colored lines, you put your fingers on them and insert the serological tube into the pipetter. Once you have inserted the serological tube into the pipetter, you gently turn the serological pipette so I can read the numbers, get the desired amount of liquid out.
Liquids? I can get the liquids for you. What would you like? Soda? Water? Juice?
Hey, you know there's no drinking in the lab. Now aren't you supposed to be running my errands? As you can see, I already loosened up my caps. Now I'm ready to transfer liquids from this bottle to these tubes. I'm going to cover the solution back up with the top. And transfer it into the tube.
She had another in New Jersey. She's nothing but a wata police. No class wata police. Nothing but a wata.
Then I will place the pipette tip back into the plastic to prevent any contamination.
Snap, snap, lift the cap. Do it right, it's a snap. Snap, snap, lift the cap. Do it right, it's a snap.
And once again, remember, when opening multiple items, always open from the opposite working end.
Yeah, the opposite working end, you know,
Yeah.
kind of like...
Yeah, like you're running your mouth.
Oh.
Overtime. Do
Okay.
please refrain from saying anything that has nothing to do with our experiment.
Has nothing to do with our experiment, huh?
Right.
Okay, snap, snap, lift the cap, do it right, it's a snap. Snap, snap, lift the cap, do it right, it's a snap. Snap, snap.
Hey, where'd you get that soda from?
What soda? Ha? Snap, snap, lift the cap, do it right.
Hey, get
it's
back
a
here.
Snap, snap. Snap, snap, lift the cap, do it right. It's a snap, 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 lift the cap, do it right. It's a snap.
Got it.